Hey scholars! Welcome back to Mathora. I'm Ms. B and you'll be learning with me. In this video, we're tackling word problems with decimals. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand what the question is really asking, use keywords to choose the right operation, solve and check multi-step decimal problems with confidence. We're working with standards MA6 AR 1.2 and 1.3, which cover solving real-world problems using all decimal operations. Quick note, this video focuses on breaking down the word problem. If you still need help doing each operation, make sure to watch the earlier decimal videos first. This is the final lesson in our decimal series. That means our progress bar is officially at 100%. All right, scholars, here's what's on today's agenda. We'll start with our opener, move into clear instruction with examples, and finish strong with the check for understanding. Let's jump into our opener, match the operation. Decide which operation fits the clue. We've got add, subtract, multiply, and divide. See if the words are under the right box and say yes or no as we go. Quotient, each share, split equally, per, rate, means we need to add. Total, sum, combined, all together, means we need to subtract. Product, times, each group has, area, and twice, means we need to multiply. Difference, how much more, decrease by, fewer than, means we need to divide. Are those correct? I don't think so. So here's the recap. Only one answer was correct, and that was the green box that starts with product. If you see any of those words in the green box, that means that we should be multiplying. All of those words in the blue box, starting with the word quotient, means we need to divide. All of the words in the pink box, starting with the word total, means we need to add. And all of the words in the orange box, starting with the word difference, means we need to subtract. Here's a quick reference chart showing those same keywords. If you ever get stuck on a word problem, come back to this timestamp, screenshot it, and keep it next to you while you practice. It's okay to use your notes. Just remember, during state testing, you'll have to rely on memory and logic. Now that we know the words, let's talk strategy. My favorite way to solve a word problem is what I call read it, see it, solve it. Step 1, read the story. Slow down and figure out who or what the problem is talking about and what question you're being asked. Step 2, see the story. Draw it, label it, or jot a quick sketch. This step is perfect for anyone who, like me, sometimes need to see what the words mean. Keep it simple, no masterpieces, just enough to show what's happening. Step 3, solve the story. Use your keywords and common sense to pick the right operation and always write your answer in a complete sentence. All together, read it, see it, solve it. Now let's jump into example 1. I'll see you again at check for understanding. Example 1, step 1, read the problem. In March, it rained 0.2 inches. It rained 0.05 inches less in April than in March. How much did it rain in April? Step 2, we need to visualize what the problem is telling us. So it said in March, it rained 0.2 inches. So I'm going to draw a picture of March and its rain. And I'm going to draw a little bit more rain in March because I know that it rained 0.05 inches less in April than it did in March. So now let's visualize what it looked like in April. So in April, I'm going to draw a picture of some rain, but it is going to be less rain than March because it rained 0.05 inches less in April than in March. And here we have found a keyword. Our keyword is less. And less means to, good job, it means to subtract. So therefore, we need to be subtracting the amount it rained in March from the amount it rained in April to give us April's amount of rain. Now, let's do the math. Remember, when we are subtracting or adding decimals, it is really important that we line up our decimals. The first number I'm going to write is 0.2 because that represents the amount of rain in March. And the second number I'm going to write is 0.05. And before I write 0.05, I place my decimal first to make sure my number's in the right spot. The space above the 5 was blank, so therefore we add a 0 to even out the numbers. And now we can subtract like normal. We need to borrow from the 2 in order to make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, and 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 0 is 0. So our final answer is, in April, it rained 0.15 inches. The juice company. Step 1. Let's read the problem. A juice company has a total of 18 liters of juice. Each bottle holds 0.75 liters. How many equal groups of 0.75 liters can the company make? Step 2. Let's visualize this problem. It tells us that a juice company has a total of 18 liters of juice, so therefore, I'm going to draw a carton of juice that holds 18 liters. Next, it says each bottle holds 0.75 liters. So out of the carton of juice, we're going to be pouring juice into each bottle, and each bottle only holds 0.75 liters. The question is, how many equal groups of 0.75 liters can the company make? So how many bottles are we going to be making out of the 18 liters of juice? As we read the question, we notice a key word or a key phrase, and the key phrase is equal groups. Step 3, determine the operation. And the operation of equal groups is division. So therefore, we're going to be dividing 18 divided by 0.75 because we're going to be splitting the 18 liters of juice into 0.75 liters. So whenever we are dividing decimals, remember, your divisor must be a whole number by moving the decimal to the right, and whatever you do on the outside, you must also do on the inside. So let's place our numbers in the correct spot. We have 18 on the inside, and we have 0.75 on the outside. We know we need to move the decimal to the right twice to make 0.75 a whole number of 75. And we also need to do the same thing on the inside with the 18. Remember, after every whole number, there's an imaginary decimal. So we're going to place the decimal down. Now we're going to place our decimal behind the 5 and 0.75 and move our decimal to the right twice in our dividend. Inside those empty pockets we have created, we're going to put zeros. And now we're going to erase the lines and erase the old decimals. In 0.75, we can erase the 0 and we can erase the old decimal, and that will give us a whole number of 75, as long as the decimal is at the end of that number. Remember, step 3 is to place the decimal in your quotient. Also add a 0 behind the decimal so we can get a complete answer. And now we can divide like normal. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over to my scratch paper, and I'm going to see how many times 75 can go into 180. And the closest we got is 150. So I'm going to put 75 times 2, and I'm going to put my 2 over the 0 in 180, and I'm going to subtract 150. 180 minus 150 is 30, and I pull down my 0 to make 300. Now I'm going to go back over to my scratch paper and see how close we can get to 300 through multiplication. And there we have it. 75 times 4 gives us 300. So we're going to place our 4 in our quotient, and we're going to subtract 300. 300 minus 300 is 0, but we're not done yet. We need to pull down the other 0 behind the decimal to complete our answer. 75 goes into 0 0 times, and now we have a complete answer. The company can make 24 equal groups of juice. The blueberry farm. A farmer sells blueberries for $3.85 per pound. If a customer buys 4.5 pounds, how much will the total cost be? Step 2, we need to visualize the problem. So let's draw a picture of a farmer selling blueberries for $3.85 per pound. And here we have it. Now let's visualize a customer buying 4.5 pounds. And usually you'll say, may I order 4.5 pounds of blueberries? Now let's answer the question, how much will the total cost be? So referring back to the first sentence says a farmer sells blueberries for $3.85 per pound. Per is our key word here. And based on our vocabulary list, per means that we need to multiply. So what are we multiplying? Well, we're going to be multiplying the cost, $3.85, times the pounds, because it's per pound, and we want 4.5 pounds. Now, let's do the math. We have 3.85 times 4.5. When you are multiplying decimals, first, you're going to underline the amount of numbers you have behind the decimal in the multiplication sentence. Then, you're going to ignore the decimals and multiply like normal. So we have three numbers underlined, and we are going to be multiplying 385 times 45. So watch as I solve. So now that we've multiplied, we're going to add our numbers together. And when we get to our final product, we're going to underline the same amount of numbers we underlined in the original problem, starting from the ones place. And once we reach that number, we're going to place our decimal. And remember, we're talking about money here, but we know that nothing costs $17.325. So therefore, we need to round our answer to the nearest hundredths place. So our final answer is, it will cost $17.33. Last but not least, the pencil fee. A store ordered 36 boxes of pencils. Each box cost $4.25. The store also paid a $27.50 shipping fee. What was the total cost of the order? So first, let's imagine a store ordering 36 boxes of pencils. I'm not drawing 36, but I'm going to draw 4 boxes that each cost $4.25. We know that there is more. The store also paid a $27.50 shipping fee, so we're also going to add that on to the receipt. Let's answer the question, what was the total cost of the order? But before we answer the question, we must understand what operation do we need to do in order to find the total cost of the order. So here we have a keyword, each. In our vocabulary list, we know that each means that we should be multiplying. Let's keep reading. The store also paid a $27.50 shipping fee. So here's another keyword in this sentence is paid. So that means that we need to add that on to their total cost of pencils. So what was the total cost of the order? We have 2 operations that we need to do. First, we need to multiply 36 times $4.25. And then we need to add on $27.50. So we have 36 times 4.25. And whenever you're multiplying decimals, you need to underline the amount of numbers you have behind the decimals in the original multiplication sentence. Then you're going to ignore the decimals and multiply like normal. I decided to put my bigger number up top to make it easier for me. So now all you have to do is watch me solve it. So as we're getting to the end of our product, remember, when we have our final answer, we're going to start from the ones place and underline 2 numbers and then place our decimal. So underline the 2 zeros, decimal, and add a money sign because we are talking about money. So we have a total of $153. Is $153 our total cost though? It's not. It's only the cost of the pencils. So we have some more math to do. Now we are taking our total amount of pencils and we are going to be adding it to our shipping fee. So we have pencils plus shipping is going to give us our total. And remember, whenever you're adding decimals, it's really important that you line up the decimals. Now you can add like normal, line up your decimal and your final answer, and the total cost of the order is $180.50. All right, scholars, great work getting through all 4 examples. Now it's your turn to try one on your own. A snack bar sold 24.5 bottles of water on Monday, 17.25 on Tuesday, and 22.75 on Wednesday. Each bottle cost $1.25. How much money did they make in total? Pause the video and solve using our read it, see it, solve it strategy. Now watch this next clip of me solving the problem. Remember, 64.5 represents the total bottles sold. We multiply 64.5 times 1.25 to find the total earnings. So therefore, we needed to do 2 operations in this word problem. Amazing job today. You just finished the final lesson of our decimal chapter. If you want extra practice, grab your free worksheet. The link is below. And don't forget to watch our Mathora Shorts playlist for quick brain boost challenges between lessons. Keep reading it, seeing it, and solving it. And that's how math starts to make sense. And remember, here at Mathora, we make learning clear. Bye, scholars.